Plant FAQs, Calathea Dottie. Calathea Dottie versus Jessie. When I think about my Calathea Dottie and Jessie, the first thing that comes to mind is their striking appearance. Dottie, with its deep green leaves and vibrant pink outlines, always grabs my attention with its bold and dramatic look. Jessie, on the other hand, has a more subtle beauty with its light green leaves and delicate pinkish veins. Taking care of them, I've noticed that Dottie seems a bit more temperamental about humidity levels, whereas Jessie seems slightly more forgiving. I find myself adjusting the humidity for Dottie more often, but both add such a unique touch to my plant collection that I can't imagine not having either. See more 59 species in genus Calathea at monsteraholic.com. Calathea Dottie versus Medallion. Comparing my Calathea Dottie to my Medallion is like comparing two pieces of living art. Dottie's dark leaves with neon pink patterns have an almost mystical allure, making it a standout in any room. Calathea Medallion, however, with its larger, rounder leaves and intricate green and white patterns, feels like a classic piece of botanical elegance. The Medallion's leaves tend to stay open more consistently, which I love because it shows off their beauty all day. Dottie, with its dramatic folding and unfolding, has its own charm, creating a dynamic presence in my plant space. Each has its unique demands for light and humidity, but tending to their specific needs is part of the joy of having them. How to care for Calathea Dottie. The Calathea Dottie, known for its beautiful patterned leaves, thrives in a tropical environment that mimics its native rainforest habitat. Here's a guide to caring for your Calathea Dottie to keep it looking vibrant and healthy. Light. Medium to low indirect light. Calathea Dottie prefers bright, indirect sunlight. Avoid harsh direct sunlight, which can scorch the leaves. A north or east-facing window with sheer curtains or filtered light is ideal. It can tolerate lower light conditions, but the variegation on the leaves might become less pronounced, and growth might be slower. Watering. Moist, but not soggy. Aim for consistently moist soil, but not waterlogged. Overwatering is a major cause of root rot. Here's a good approach. Check the soil moisture regularly. Stick your finger into the top inch of soil. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. Water deeply when watering, allowing excess water to drain freely from the drainage holes. Avoid leaving the plant sitting in water. Humidity. High humidity preferred. Calathea Dottie enjoys high humidity levels, around 50% or more. This can be a challenge in drier climates. Here are some ways to increase humidity. Use a pebble tray filled with water placed under the pot. Ensure the pot sits above the water level. Group plants together to create a humid microclimate. Run a humidifier near your plant. Mist the leaves occasionally with filtered or distilled water. Avoid excessive misting, which can encourage fungal diseases. Temperature. Warm temperatures. Maintain a warm temperature range between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. Protect your Calathea Dottie from cold drafts and sudden temperature fluctuations. Soil. Well-draining potting mix. Use a well-draining potting mix that allows for good aeration. Here are two options. Aeroid mix. A commercially available aeroid mix specifically formulated for plants like Calatheas is a great choice. DIY mix. Create your own well-draining mix using equal parts potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark. Fertilizing. Light feeding. Calathea Dottie is not a heavy feeder. You can fertilize it monthly during spring and summer with a diluted balanced fertilizer or a fertilizer specifically formulated for aeroids. However, fertilizing is not essential for healthy growth. Additional tips. Wipe the leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust and improve light absorption. Repot only when the roots outgrow the current container. Choose a pot with drainage holes slightly larger than the root ball. Calathea Dottie is sensitive to chemicals in tap water. Use filtered or rainwater whenever possible. Brown leaf tips can be a sign of low humidity, underwatering, or mineral buildup from tap water. How to propagate Calathea Dottie. The preferred method for propagating Calathea Dottie is by division, which involves separating an existing healthy plant into multiple new plants. Here's a step-by-step guide to successfully propagate your Calathea Dottie. Preparation. Gather supplies. You'll need sterilized pruning shears or a sharp knife, gloves, optional. A pot with drainage holes for each new division, and well-draining potting mix suitable for aeroids. similar to what the mother plant is in. Identify a healthy plant. Choose a mature Calathea Dottie that has grown bushy and full. Watering. Water the mother plant thoroughly a day or two before dividing to make the process easier and reduce stress on the plant. Dividing the Calathea Dottie. Unpotting. Carefully remove the Calathea Dottie from its current pot. Inspect the root system. Examine the roots for any signs of rot or disease. Healthy roots should be white or light brown and firm. Discard any diseased or rotten sections using your sterilized shears or knife. Division. The key here is to separate sections that have multiple healthy growths, pups, with their own root systems. Use your sterilized shears or knife to gently cut through the rhizome, the underground stem, to create individual divisions. Make clean cuts and avoid damaging healthy roots as much as possible. Aim for each division to have at least 2 to 3 shoots with a decent root system attached. Planting the divisions. Potting mix. Prepare well-draining potting mix for each new pot. You can use a commercially available aeroid mix or create your own using equal parts potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark. Planting. Plant each division in its pot, ensuring the rhizome is positioned slightly below the soil surface. Gently firm the soil around the base of the plant for stability. Watering. Water the newly planted divisions lightly, just enough to moisten the soil. Avoid overwatering, as this can lead to root rot. Aftercare. Placement. Place the newly divided Calathea Dottie plants in a warm location with bright, indirect sunlight. Avoid harsh direct sunlight. Humidity. Maintain high humidity levels, around 50% or more, by using a pebble tray, humidifier, or misting occasionally with filtered or distilled water. Watering. Water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Allow excess water to drain freely from the pot, and avoid leaving the plant sitting in water. Monitoring. Keep an eye on the newly divided plants for signs of stress, such as wilting or drooping leaves. This might be an indication of insufficient watering or overly dry conditions. Adjust your watering routine accordingly. Additional tips. Spring and summer are generally considered the best times for propagating Calathea Dottie. Dividing a large Calathea Dottie can be stressful for the plant. Proper care after division is crucial for successful propagation. You can propagate a smaller Calathea Dottie by dividing it into just 2 sections, but ensure each division has a healthy root system. Not all Calathea varieties respond well to division. If your Calathea Dottie seems particularly stressed after dividing, you can try propagating it through stem cuttings, less common method with lower success rates. Is Calathea Dottie toxic to cats? No, Calathea Dottie is considered non-toxic to both cats and dogs by reputable sources. This means that ingesting parts of the Calathea Dottie is not expected to cause harm to your feline friend. Here are some reliable sources that confirm this. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, ASPCA, their website includes a comprehensive list of toxic and non-toxic plants for pets, and Calathea spp, is listed as non-toxic for both cats and dogs. https://www.aspc.org/pet-care/animal-poison-control/care and non-toxic-plants. Here are some additional points to consider. While non-toxic, it can still cause digestive upset. Even though Calathea Dottie is not poisonous, ingestion of any plant material can cause stomach upset in cats, including vomiting or diarrhea. Chewing can damage leaves. Cats might nibble on the leaves out of curiosity, which can damage the plant. Prevention is key. Keeping your Calathea Dottie out of reach of your cat is the best way to prevent any potential problems. You can achieve this by placing the plant on a high shelf or in a location your cat cannot access.